All right, y'all, welcome to the show. And of course, massive happy new year to you. God damn it, time is going so fast. I don't know if the people who are younger in my audience can relate to it, but as you get older, the years seem to pass by way quicker. And so it feels like 2019 was just yesterday, right? So, man, it's going way too fast. I needed to slow down, but I got an awesome show for you today. There's a lot of stuff to get to. So in just a second, Trump is absolutely fed up with Elon Musk's BS. So we have an interesting report on that. We'll discuss. Then we'll get to Elon fired American workers at a Tesla factory specifically to bring in cheaper H-1B immigrants. So it's just the case, right? It's just true. The idea of like the whole anti-immigration thing and we're going to protect American workers. Elon thinks, well, for me and for the sectors that I'm in, I get to use immigrant workers and others don't get to use immigrant workers. And I will specifically and directly stab American workers in the back. And there's nothing you can do about it. So we'll talk about that as well. Then we'll get to the MAGA Civil War turned dark. We have some left-wingers realizing all along, some right-wingers realizing all along that left-wingers were correct. It's quite an eye-opening moment, an enlightenment moment for some in MAGA. And then later on, we have the South Korean president has been arrested. Their president has been arrested. We'll discuss why that is and see if there's any lessons we might be able to take away from that. So we have all that and more. Everybody do me a big favor. Please subscribe to the channel. Again, that helps out big time. It costs you absolutely nothing. It really helps push these videos out into the algorithm as much as possible. And remember, guys, I couldn't do this show without you. We're real independent media, not fake independent media. So you guys support this show by signing up on Patreon or tipping with that thanks button on YouTube. I never talk to any advertisers or corporations or billionaires or foreign governments. Very proud of that fact. And you guys made that possible. All right, so let's go ahead and dive into it. And let's start with the big story of the day. Look at this. This is in Mediaite. Trump is annoyed. Insiders say shadow president Elon Musk starting to irritate Trump. Now, there were already some signs of this before, but apparently it's getting worse, okay? President-elect Trump has shown growing signs of frustration with Elon Musk, his wealthiest and most vocal advisor, sources tell Mediaite. Musk, the world's richest man, has been deeply involved in the White House transition after backing Trump in the election with $150 million and relentless support on X. Sources close to the transition, who spoke on the condition of anonymity to reveal internal conversations, said Trump is growing weary of Musk's omnipresence, as well as the media attention his antics are garnering. So I know most of you already know this, but for those of you who don't know, Trump really is a media whore. Like, all he cares about is getting his name out there, being the center of attention, sucking all of the air out of the room. Like, this is who he is. This is what he does. And now with Elon Musk, in a sense, he sort of dethroned him as the center of attention. Because Elon has been the lightning rod for the past week or two, where he's generating all the conversation. Now, granted, the attention is negative, but Trump, I don't even think Trump cares about, are you giving me negative or positive attention? As long as he's getting the attention, he learned this is like a life hack to get elected. Is as long as they're talking about you, it doesn't matter if it's good or bad, right? So I think he's just flat out jealous of that fact. I think he looks at Elon and he thinks, well, now you're trying to be the star of the show, and I don't like that. And by the way, Elon, look, this guy has problems socially. Let's be kind and say it like that. Where he doesn't understand boundaries. He doesn't understand when he's crossing a line. He doesn't understand if he's too in your face. And so he's literally married at the hip to Trump since the election. He's living at Mar-a-Lago. He's never away from him. He's intruding on phone calls with other world leaders. If you're Trump, you're going to be like, hey, dog, back off. Now, at the same time, look, I do think Trump is one of those people who has bought into the myth of Elon Musk. The idea of this guy truly is a mega genius. This guy's truly different and better than the rest of us. He's harder working. He has a higher IQ, etc. He's bought the PR marketing bullshit. And so he might actually, in a very rare instance, he might actually be afraid to totally cut him off, right? Be afraid to really drop the hammer on him like he does with everybody else who crosses him even 1%. So only time will tell on that front. But again, the reporting behind the scenes is that, no, he truly is annoyed with how omnipresent Elon is and all the media attention he's getting. Quote, 100% Trump is annoyed, said one Trump advisor who worked on the 2024 campaign. There's a Chinese saying, 2 tigers cannot live on one mountaintop. Last week, a civil war broke out between 2 factions of Trump's movement after Musk and Vivek expressed their support for foreign worker visas, sparking outrage from prominent MAGA voices and immigration hardliners like sloppy Steve Bannon. Several Trump supporters, including conspiracy theorist Laura Loomer, claim Musk stripped them of their verification badges on X in retaliation for their criticism of him. Now, by the way, I don't even think that's up for debate. That's just what happened. This is what Elon Musk does. He is a massively petty, small, insecure, pathetic little weasel man. And he did, as soon as he got criticized, he started axing people, banning them from Twitter. Other people just lost their verification badge and the ability to monetize content on X. That's just what happened. This isn't like an allegation. It's just true. In an expletive-laced X post on Saturday, Musk responded to the backlash. We already went through this. Ready? Quote, the reason I'm in America, along with so many critical people who built SpaceX, Tesla, and hundreds of other companies that made America strong, is because of H-1B. Take a step back and fuck yourself in the face. I will go to war on this issue, the likes of which you cannot possibly comprehend. By the way, I actually think his ketamine addiction is frying his brain. This is not the way for a billionaire who's in charge of a bunch of companies to act publicly. Are you kidding me? Nah, he's losing it, bro. He's losing it. We'll do a story in a little bit with further evidence. He's going through some sort of a mental breakdown. So Bannon fired back, calling Elon Musk a toddler. Within the transition, the civil war that erupted online last week sparked a reminder of the importance of discretion. On Sunday, Susie Wiles, Trump's pick for White House Chief of Staff, sent a transition-wide memo on social media use. In the memo, Wiles forbade members of the incoming administration and transition from making any comments on social media without prior approval from the incoming White House counsel. In other words, hey, Elon, shut the fuck up. Why are you making this MAGA civil war worse? Why are you making Trump's position more difficult, where he has to try to now unify you absolute monkeys? That's what this is. And by the way, Susie Wiles may have been the one to send out the memo, but who do you think was behind the memo? Or at the very least knew the memo was going out and was like, yeah, by all means, send that shit. The big man himself, our big, beefy, wet boy, Donald Trump. Despite his involvement in the transition, Musk does not have a formal role in the incoming administration. Well, he's had a DOGE, the non-government government agency. Alongside Vivek, he will be overseeing DOGE. Chatter that Musk is serving as shadow president of the incoming Trump administration has percolated so much in the last few weeks that Trump addressed the idea at an event earlier in the month. And you guys remember this, we covered it. To me, this was a shot across the bow, right? This was a warning for Elon, where Trump said, some people are saying he's going to be president. Well, guess what? He can't be president. You know how I know? He wasn't born here. Ha ha. That's what he said. And that really is like, hey, bitch, remember who your daddy is. That's what he was saying. They continue here. There was likely an allure to it in the beginning, but it seemed like it could go ugly. Another Trump insider said of the alliance between Trump and Musk. Trump is Trump. I think it's just the way Trump is. Someone that is around that much and having influence would be a bother. And guys, look, we've pointed this out before too, but imagine, Joe Biden in 2020 when he's parading around the country making his argument, even though he was in his basement because of COVID, but just bear with me. Imagine George Soros was with a Democratic presidential candidate, front and center, on phone calls with them, with other world leaders, directing policy. Like, the right would say this is literally the most corrupt thing I've ever seen in my life, and you should jail both of them, the candidate and George Soros, for ripping the mask off and saying, no, we are just an oligarchy, we're not a democracy. But you flip the script, and it's Elon and Trump and so many on the right, we're totally cool with it, until Elon comes out and says, I'm in favor of high-skilled immigrants to come take tech jobs. Now, if we're talking about, like, picking strawberries or something like that, then ban the immigrants, right? But if it comes to tech jobs for my profits, give me all the immigrants you got. That's the idea. All right. The Trump insider who worked on the 2024 campaign downplayed Musk's influence. Oh, wait, hold on. I missed this part. This part is pretty important. The guy came in, gave a boatload of money, and wants to take over the place. That's exactly right. But what did you expect from a robber baron, the richest man in the world? Like, this is what he was going to do. You made a deal with the devil. You should have never taken the money in the first place. I mean, they're like shocked that if you act in a corrupt way, corruption follows, right? Well, you know what? They thought Elon would have basic human skills and understand when to take a couple steps back. But he doesn't. He's on the spectrum, and he doesn't understand. He's too stupid to get basic human interaction stuff. All right, more. The insider said, adding they don't think Musk has bad intentions, but you also can't just inject a shadow president somewhere. Yeah, I know the shadow president stuff. President Musk stuff, that definitely got under Trump's skin. The Trump insider who worked on the 2024 campaign downplayed Musk's influence. The media is portraying him as a co-president. Musk is a character actor. There's only one executive producer, one lead in this TV show, and that is Trump. Elon will have his role, his focuses, but he is meant to disrupt the status quo in Washington, and Trump is weaponizing him. It's not disrupting the status quo. When you say, we're going to put this robber baron in charge of shit and he's going to get his way, that is the status quo. That is the status quo of our politics. The robber barons get their way and everybody else gets screwed. And that's exactly what you saw here with this H-1B visa debate, right? The only one to move the MAGA movement is Trump. Elon will be able to amplify the message. The source warned that Musk's enormous wealth and influence will not protect him from being dumped by Trump if the president-elect's frustrations persist. Unless you're family, you're not family, they said. From your lips to God's ears, son. I cannot wait for them to break up. I cannot wait for Elon to cross that last line. Because look, we've been saying it. Yeah, this dude's got all the money. Yeah, he's the richest man in the world. But only one of them has an army at his back. In Trump's case, both a literal army, but also the MAGA base army, right? The metaphorical army. And remember, it was Elon's brother who said, yeah, when we came here, we were illegal immigrants. Elon's brother said that about him and Elon. We were illegal immigrants. I know what the MAGA base usually likes to do with illegal immigrants. I'm just saying. I know what they like to do. I know what I would like to see happen with Elon Musk. Every single red cent of government subsidies, of corporate welfare, $20 billion worth that his ass gets, cut it all off. In fact, I would take back the $20 billion. He won't miss it. He's got $430 billion. Take back the $20 billion. He gets no welfare, no corporate welfare, and deport his ass back to South Africa, right? Fuck him and the horse he rode in on. Because this is the most brazen, oligarchic stuff I've ever seen in my life. Good word, oligarchic. Bad system, good word. The breakup is beginning. The breakup is beginning. What I need Trump to do, though, and I don't think Trump is smart enough to get to this point. What I need Trump to do, though, is truly understand that all that PR fluff bullshit, the marketing around Elon, oh, mega genius, he's just better than you and smarter than you, boo. This is what every mega billionaire, they basically buy good press. It happened with Bill Gates. It happened with, what the fuck is his name? Oh, God damn it. Why am I blanking on this? Steve Jobs. There you go. It happens with so many high-profile billionaires is they basically buy themselves this myth status, right? This like superhuman status by paying the media and having them do fluff jobs on them, right? Or manipulating the media. And usually the way you become a billionaire in this system is complete and utter shamelessness. It's not like, oh, you're just the smartest or you're just the hardest working. No, you were the most ruthlessly exploitative and the most shameless, right? So they manage to get themselves this positive press and they dupe the public to have peasant brain and think like, no, these people are just special. They're just the hardest working. They just have the highest IQ. Total nonsense. Total nonsense. And what I need Trump to do is break free from that peasant brain, which, to be fair, I don't think he's smart enough to do. But let's assume for a second he is. And the second he realizes that he holds all the cards, yeah, throw this dude under the bus and do it ASAP. I can't wait to see that.
Hey y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.